Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. Today we are going to do a C-fold or a collar fold. We are going to be using Eden's Gardens bundle, the Summer Shadow Dies, Soft Succulent card. I'm losing my train of thought. The other products I'm bringing is some Soft Succulent, some Basic White, Misty Moonlight, and Just Jade. And we're doing 2 cards, okay? So let's move this out of the way. And there was a thought in my head and I just lost it. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing the C-fold is a friend asked me to help her figure it out. So I want to show you. First, we're going to work with the Eden's Garden stuff that I have prepped here. And if you're not familiar with Eden's Garden, it's this stamp set and these dies. We're using this particular die here, and we're going to be using Sending Hugs, I believe is what's going to fit in the spot that needs to be done. So we need the big cutter, and hopefully this is all going to be in view. We have, for this particular card, we're doing a white card base. And you can see all my little elements in here. I will show you those in a moment, because I wanted a colored card base, a light colored, we're doing Soft Succulent. So we are going to go ahead and glue that right down to our white card base. You could do a solid Soft Succulent card base and put a piece of white on the inside if you choose. It's just I still do. I have cut up packages of card bases like this, of quarter sheets of cardstock. So there is my card base. Now I'm setting this aside. Now the DSP I chose for this one was part of the Eden's Garden suite. If you still have some, this is what the paper looked like. This is what it is on the back, and we're using both front and back pieces. So this is the collar fold that we're going to be working on. Now this piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and you need to turn it portrait style to the, when you get it to 5 1/4, move it to 2 3/4. Okay, put your cutting blade all the way up there. Now I need to stand up so I can see where to stop the blade, because we are going to stop the blade right at 2, which is right here. And on our cutter, once I cut this, I'll bring it down to show you. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera down. Hopefully you guys can get a really good look at this. On this blade cutter, right here is a line, and you want that to meet the 2 on this guide, okay? So now we can scoot that back up, and it's really that simple. I just wanted to show you in detail. My other card is already cut. That's all the cutting you need to do on this. Yes. So here we have it. Now, even though this card is opening this way, I want it placed this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work this paper back some, okay? You don't want a straight fold. You want this rolled like a collar, okay? But I just want to give it a little bit. I don't want it folded, just a nice soft edge. Kind of using, you could use your hand like so to bring that down. You could use a lot of things. And what I'm going to do is I am going to actually use glue dots to tack these down. Where's my packet? I thought I had it out already. So I'm going to grab a couple of glue dots. I never found my other needle. Oh no, there it is. It's in its spot. I'm like, where did that other needle go? So I want to put one right here on the corner. I'm going to pop that little dot off. So see, it's right there. And I am going to bring this back like so. Maybe I brought it back too far because I want that nice rolled edge. So you could use a pencil. See how that slides? It's giving me that nice rolled edge. That's what I'm looking for. That's why that doesn't work and a needle does. But now I can't get the needle off the table. Let's see. Here's another glue dot for us. Put that needle back where it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again. Like so. Using that nice rolling. And this gives us, see how that's like a shirt collar? There you have it. Now, this piece is layered in like so. This is where our sentiment goes. And like I said, I wanted to do sending hugs. I forgot I had a lot of stuff in here that was pre-cut. And sending hugs is going to fit perfectly. I thought it might. So let's grab a wee little stamp base. Pick that up. And yep, just working with it. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this down. This is where you can choose to try to stamp it in its spot where it goes. Or you can just go like me and just go for it. So I'm putting glue. I don't want it too high up on that rolled edge now. So I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to use this again or a pencil. All right. So now we're getting the Memento ink. Or stays on, it's up to you. This just happened to be here. And I am stamping this. We're going to get one shot at it. And I'm pushing down because of those rolled edges. There we have it. Now I do have a wee bit of a halo, so I pushed too far. I should have checked my stamp, first of all. Now how could I fix that? Oh, let's see. I have another piece of, no, that's soft succulent. I do have another piece of that. So let's see. I have an idea to fix it. That will work perfectly. Okay. So we're going to use this corner to stamp in. I'm going to clean this off and we're going to see if this works. Trying to see. I could put this in there. Ooh, ideas, ideas, ideas. Okay, I like this idea better. So let's grab an ink pen. Should grab them. I want to cut there. And I want to cut here. Trying to fix a mistake I did not know I was going to make. So let's see this. This is going to be on the diagonal. We definitely don't want the orange pin showing. So let's see this. Let's see if we can glue this in place. This was just extra anyways. I'm going to see if that will fit. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like it. We could even, but we don't want that part in. We want this part. So now this is going to slide in our pockets. Only thing we have to make sure of is to get, where's my hole poker? Get that lined up. Oops. And I'm not worried about these not sticking. I just needed them out of the way. So next, what do I have? Now I've got to find something to go in there, right? Let's see what I have in my scrap before I cut up a quarter sheet. Oh, let's see. That is not soft succulent, but this is, and we can stamp directly onto that. And we shall. And this time we're going to check and make sure we don't have a halo going on. No halo that I can see. I'm just going to rub my finger along there just to be on the safe side. I'm going to stamp sending hugs. And then I'm going to fussy cut it. So set that aside and let's get my good snips if I can find them in here. I just put everything up. They're underneath the soft succulent piece I just put over there. So we're going to start. I don't want a big border around this. Just a wee bit of one. And we're going to pop this up on dimensionals just because we can now. So some mistakes make things better. So let's go ahead and get that in its spot. Get some dimensionals here. And I want some minis. I want a mini there and a mini there. That's why it is good to have both sizes. I want one there and one right there. Set these aside. So now we can put that right there. Sending hugs. Oh, that's so darling. Okay. So next we have all of our elements, and our elements that we are using are from the Shaded Summer, the Summer Shadow dies, which match the Shaded Summer stamp set. This was in the celebration of 2021, and it has now made the catalog, which is totally awesome. So I already have my elements glued down, and I just lost one of them. I know I did, because yes, I'm like, there is a wee little leaf. So what I have done is I had this piece of DSP that I use for this, right? And that turns it over. So I got another coordinating piece of DSP from the same set, and I've used the front and back to do the Shaded Summer dies. This, of course, is from the same piece. This is from the Eden's Garden bundle. But how I did this is, you can see those are both the same side. I chose one side and flipped it over. This piece might go on the inside of our card. So I'm just dotting it here and there. With some glue. And they line up really easy. There's this little bumpity that sticks out there that you know that goes right there. And there is our element. Next, we are going to put these. Oh, I know what I'm missing. My circle. Where is the punch? I know I had the punch out here. Did I go put it back? Give me a second. I think I did. Didn't mean to. Oh, we could use the Label Me Lovely. That would work. Okay. So I needed an element to put this onto. So let's go ahead and use the Label Me Lovely with the soft succulent. Let's put that on here. Previously on the next card, you'll see I'll use this old punch. So let's put those right up here. It needed something to get it centered on, like so. I think we'll put a bow there. And have that element, and you'll see it starting to take shape. Maybe it goes here, because this is what's going to help keep these down. But we'll see. Okay, we are going to put this down with, of course, what else can we put it down with? And we are going to do 4. I'm thinking maybe the scallop would be better, and we have a really cool, fancy new circle type punch that I cannot wait to get. It would have been gorgeous on this card, but I did not do any of the orders like that. Okay, so we are going to go this way, and we are sticking that right there, and that's going to help these stay down, and I still want them up like so. Our leaf, now we can do one there and one like so, or do it reverse. I think we'll put this leaf up here, gluing them down to the front. There's that. Probably put that one right on top of it, but let's see. This one is going to go right there. I think I needed one more of those, and I didn't cut that. I cut this one instead for the inside. So, well, this card's going to have to be done like that. We'll have to do something down there, because I messed up and cut this when I should have cut another one of the leaves. So we'll just add this wee little leaf right there. Glue this one down because it's already on a piece that's popped up. Now we're going to bring in, oh, I know, the gemstones from Eden's Garden are over here in my paper pumpkin box of supplies. These go great with this set. And we need a needle. We need a large rhinestone right in the center of our flower. And I think we'll use a couple of these marquee ones, like right there. And we'll do another one just to be different. Right there, really accenting our, can I get this one moved? Come on, move for me if I hadn't have pushed it down so far. We're going to set this one right there. And like I said, we need something right here, and I'm thinking a bow is going to be it. And just by happenstance, I have some of the lovely ribbon, the soft succulent open weave ribbon, which is gorgeous. I don't do a whole lot of bows on here, but we are going to do one. Yes, that is what it's missing. We're going to do one right there. And show you how you can determine how big of a bow you want. I want my bow right about there. So now I'm going to move it down here. Oh, well, let's try this again. Actually, you could just measure. Let's just do that. If I said I wanted my bow loops about right there, so it's 1 3/4 inches. Come to my bow maker, and I do have the perfect ones right there. And that'll put my loops right where I want them. Tie a gorgeous little bow with this so soft ribbon. This ribbon I don't mind putting bows on cards with because it's so delicate and so light that it really adds no bulk to anything. And let's see, I need some scissors, knocking over stuff left and right here. So bring our card down. Set that aside, and we need some glue dots to put the bow where we want it. I'm trying to get the needle off the side of my desk. So we want our bow to be right there. So I'm going to put one glue dot there to start holding it down. Fix my loop where I want it. Fix that loop where I want it. And so I'm going to add in the other glue dot right here to hold my loop right on the card. I don't really need any one down there, so just two will do on this one. And you're not going to believe what I just did. This card is opening this way. Okay. Now we got to fix this, right? So I tell you what we'll do. We are going to stick it on a soft succulent card base and use the white piece we cut off. See, I told you I had these prepped. Oh, so funny. I can't believe I did this. So careful with everything else. So what I need to do is get this all in here and cut off the white. Needed a trim anyways because I didn't do such a hot job of lining it up, huh? There we go. Now we're going to cut this piece down to 4 by 5 1/4 of an inch on this cutter is right there. So now, guess what? Yes, we are ready. But before we do that, let's stamp. And I am putting on the inside, sending hugs, dear friend, how are you? So, and the reason being is because it fits perfectly. You'll see in a second. This little frame is going to go right there, and that is going to go like that. And we are doing this again in Memento, just because it's on my desk here in front of me. And make sure you don't have a halo. So, right there. Ta-da! All right, so here we go. Now we have to glue this in place. And you could do it either or, but I want the darker of the patterns. And I'm just going to dot it here and there to stick this down. All the way around. And now. That just adds so much to the card. That little delicate detail. Now we could put this down there or up here, but I'll probably add that to the envelope. So let's get this on the inside of our card. There we have it. Next, this one is just going to make the card that much thicker. Not mailing purposes wise, but just it's got extra card layers on it. And to line that up, I am just going to pop it directly on there. Very sturdy card this one is. So there is our first card, the C fold. Next, we are going to be bringing in this piece of Misty Moonlight. This from Flowers for Every Season. You can already see I've got it cut. And I'll show you. I've used some of the paper. This is, got something on it. Let's see all my elements out here. So with this one now, we need to do this again, and I don't want to mess up again. So how am I going to put that in there? Well, the only way to do it is just go for it. So do you want to see how this is cut again? Well, we can mimic it. Bring the cutter in. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. Stick it in your machine. Bring it to 2 3/4. Oh, this one is different. Sorry, y'all, because I cut my paper differently. My paper is cut. This needs to come in. I cut this one a little shorter. So this one is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So it's just a little different. So that brings this cut in the center to 2 1/2. Okay. So I brought it to 2 1/2. From here, I cut down 2 inches. I forgot that's why I did this one. I wanted a little bit more border, and it looks like this one needs still a little more cutting. I wonder why. Did I not get it cut to 5? Watch me not have cut it to 5. Cut everything else. So I need to take a 1/16 of an inch off each side to bring it to the 5 and to keep it in the middle. But apparently I missed my mark. But it's fixable. You've seen that. So here we go. On to our Just Jade. We are going to go ahead and do something else. We are going to figure out how to stamp our sentiment where we want our sentiment without getting... So there's a little line there. Fold that back. This is all we need. If you put where your point is, here, put a little mark there. Our sentiment is still the same, sending hugs. So here is my line. Let's get this on the grid so we can see it. Right here. And I am simply going to center that right there. Now, if I've done this correctly, when I fold my collar back, so that's why we did it beforehand. Let's mark it again. So, getting it in place. I am going to put a little mark right there, which I plan to erase. I'm going to clean this off again. Me and my halos, huh? Oh. I love angels. I love halos on angels, but not on my cards. So let's try again. Double checking for halo stuff. Get this lined up like so. Do not press super hard. That's another problem I have. All right, there we have it. That will work. Now we simply take an eraser and erase our pencil lines. Okay, so now we can glue this in its spot. And it's there. So that did work. So going to glue this down. Oh, we need to get our shirt tags down first, don't we? I'm getting steps ahead of myself. So I'm putting this on the line. I'm using this to roll my shirt down. I'm going to do the same over here. Work the paper, roll my shirt down. Now some leave it up. I like to use a glue dot, if I can find them, or the needle to get there's the needle, and the glue dot's over here. I am going to use a glue dot to help secure one on that one, and one on this one in the corner, maybe. Okay, and that one. So now I'm going to turn it facing me so I can see it and glue this down. Here we go. There we have it. Now tucking my shirt down, tucking your shirt down. There we go. I'm going to stick a little bit more here since I didn't get hardly any up near that because I was afraid to. And this one right there, adding just some extra glue. Maybe I got a little too much there because it's seeping out the side. But there's our sending hugs. Now this one I will make sure it's opening correctly. So next we're going to glue our Just Jade onto the Misty Moonlight. Gorgeous colors. And this is 4 by 5 1/4 to give us that gorgeous Stampin' Up. You just can't go wrong with their products, I'm telling you. So once again, we have, that's for the inside of our card, our elements. This time I use Basic White and Misty Moonlight for my flowers. For the leaves, I just used the reverse side. Excuse me. I'm tired today. This just the reverse side of this piece, and use the print. Let's see if you can see it. There's a very tiny small print on there. And I used this really old large scallop circle. And that, my friends, is going to go right here. And we're going to pop this up on dimensionals first. Oops, wrong ones. I'm looking for the big bunch of dimensionals I had somewhere. And I only see the minis, so I'll grab some more. So we are going to place one there. We might, I think we're going to double these up. So I'm placing 2 there. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to double them up. So I'm placing 1, and then I'm placing another right on top of it. That is going to keep this where I want it. So I want another double stack right here. I'm bringing it in some and pushing, and then we still have our nice rolled edge. So there we have it. So that is for the inside. Here is our flower, gorgeous as always. And we are going to glue this straight down like so. And this is, oh, darn it. Well, that's okay. I forgot. I cut a circle. This is 1 3/4 of an inch circle in the coordinating piece, like so, for the flower to sit on top of. Isn't that pretty? So this is why you want to visit the clearance rack, because the products you can get on clearance, I don't even have the stamp set or anything that went with the flowers for every season. But boy, have I been making stuff with the, oh well. I'm like, see how that's sticking up, but it stays. I wanted it down, but originally, I really want it to stay down. I liked it tucked like that. Here we go. Kind of like the idea of that being on the outside. So let's pop this up and pop that down there and give a little glue right here to make it stay on there. So this is our Misty Moonlight card, but we're not done. We still have to do the inside. And don't know. Oh, that was for this flower. And we have, this is a strip that's left over. So you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it like this because this is going to extend this piece of basic white that was scrap, and it's now no longer scrap. It's going on the inside of my card. And this one's not going to have anything in there. There we go. Putting it right up against my basic white piece, and it just extends it. We don't even know it was an afterthought. And we have this lovely flower to put on the inside. I think we're going to cut this little stem off. Yes. We are going to glue just some there because I'm going to tuck this in. So we want a bit of a leaf. We don't need that little part of the stem. I just want to tuck the leaf under here some. There. And this part will come over here. So there's some and there's some. Right along the edge. Like so. So now we need some bling on this. And I have these left over from a paper pumpkin. There's 3 left. Let's go ahead and use them. And you can get it to turn. Fits right inside there. And we're going to stick one here and one here. So that is my C-fold / collar fold cards. And I will bring back the other one. The one we had to do some fixing on all of them, didn't we? So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, let me add some more glue there because that is really bugging me. Give it a second. I don't know why it's like not wanting to stay adhered. Okay. So I am hoping that you like this video. You like the cards. Very simple. You could do layering it twice. This is the DSP cardstock. This is without a second layer of cardstock. and with a strip in the V fold of the collar, you could say. So anyways, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make a comment. I do read them. I would love to know your thoughts, and if you're going to try this fold. Have a great day out there, YouTube, and keep crafting. Bye bye now.